Hey there guys, how's it going? Today I'm going to be showing you my music collection. I've got lots of film scores, I've got some contemporary albums on here too. I thought this would be an interesting video to do. I don't know, we'll see how it goes, but here today show you guys all the music I have on my phone, and without further ado, let's just jump into it. Alright, so I do have quite a lot of music on my phone, so we're just gonna kind of scroll through. First we've got Across the Universe. I haven't seen the movie, but the music in that, is really, really good. Then we've got The Adventures of Tintin, great album. John Williams is amazing composer. Then we've got the Aladdin Broadway cast recording. I went to the Broadway version of Aladdin. It was super, super cool. Glad to have that. Then we've got the original motion picture album of Aladdin. Then we've got, American Beauty, American Psycho, Fall Out Boy. Don't really listen to them too much anymore, but I do like some songs on there. We've got the Arrival soundtrack, rest in peace, Johan Johansson. Great album, I absolutely love it. And then the Avengers Infinity War soundtrack, also one of my favorites as well. Then we've got Bastille, Bad Blood, some really great songs on there too. Then Hans Zimmer and James Newton Howard for Batman Begins, awesome soundtrack, I really do love it. Then the Batman v Superman soundtrack. Really interesting soundtrack. Not one of the greatest albums, but it is Hans Zimmer. I'll pretty much listen to whatever he does. We've got Big Hero 6. Lots of cool songs on there too. Really like the score for that. Then we've got the Blade Runner 2049 score, which I believe is Hans Zimmer. Yeah, it's Hans Zimmer and Benjamin Wallfish. So great album there. Then we've got 21 Pilots' Blur Your Face and Brave. Then we've got the Cafe Society soundtrack, which is basically just like club music, music from the olden days. Then we've got the Cars soundtrack, lots of great country songs on there. Then we've got, this is very interesting, the Johnny Cash, the classic Christmas album. Very interesting album. I've listened to it and it's really interesting. Then we got Coco, so many great songs on there. Creed, that's a great soundtrack too. We've got The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises, both amazing soundtracks. Personally, I think The Dark Knight Rises soundtrack is a bit better, but both of them are still super good. We've got Dear Evan Hansen. I honestly don't know why I have that on my phone. I have no interest in seeing that play or musical or whatever it is. Death of a Bachelor, Panic at the Disco. Used to listen to them a lot, don't listen to them anymore. Dunkirk, this is one of my favorite scores ever. I really, really do love it. Then we got Imagine Dragons Evolve, that's a great album too. Then we got Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. And you'll see like for some of these, there's two different albums for it. That's because it was like I got all these CDs and I burned them onto iTunes. So there's two different discs for them. So all these songs are disc 1 of the album, and then all of these are disc 2. So if you see, doubles of an album, that's why. It's just two different discs from the album. Then we've got Fantastic Mr. Fox, another one of my favorite scores out there. And same thing goes for Finding Nemo and Finding Dory. I really love those two scores. They're pretty darn awesome. Frost Nixon, I haven't listened to that yet, but it's got Hans Zimmer, so should be good. Then we got the Frozen soundtrack. The Good Dinosaur, also really great score. Not a whole lot of people listen to it. We've got Greatest Showman and the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 and 2 mixes. Awesome mixes is what they are. Really great songs on there too. Then we got a bunch of Harry Potter. Harry Potter, Prisoner of Azkaban, Deathly Hallows Part 1 and Part 2, Order of the Phoenix, and Sorcerer's Stone. I'd say my favorite is either Part 1 or Part 2 out of all those. They're all really great. The only reasons why I don't have the other ones is because they're not as good. These 5 are really the only ones that I like. So some really great songs on there too. Lily's Theme from right there. Lily's Theme from Harry Potter Deathly Hallows. Great track. It's very beautiful. We got Keen, Hopes and Fears. There's really only one song on there that I like. The Imitation Game, that's also another great one. Inception, also a great one. Michael Giacchino's Incredibles 2. Inside Llewyn Davis. I haven't seen this movie and I never will, but some really great songs on there. Especially the first one, Hang Me. That's a really good one. Inside Out, beautiful, beautiful score. Interstellar, probably my favorite film score. It's hard to choose one. It really is. I Interstellar is really, really good though. We got Into the Woods, the movie version. We've got Jersey Boys. Haven't listened to that yet. And we've got Johnny Cash at Folsom Prison, one of the most iconic albums out there. That was featured in the Walk the Line movie. Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, and Justice League. Justice League, I like the score. The score is pretty good. Movie, though, it's okay. Kung Fu Panda 3, really great one. Then we've got the score and the soundtrack for La La Land. I mean, great music. Absolutely love it. Lego Movie, Lilo and Stitch. I love the Lilo and Stitch one. That's very unique. The Lion King, Lion. That's an awesome one. Love that score. Then we got The Little Mermaid. That's also a great one. And The Little Prince, which I believe is Hans Zimmer. Yeah, Hans Zimmer. He did that one, so have that in my collection. Then we got both Mamma Mia albums. Really, really great. Then we've got Michael Bublé Christmas. It's nice to have in the collection. Moana, Monsters University. I love the score to Monsters University. Really, really good. Then we got the score for Moonlight, Moonrise Kingdom. That's a really interesting one. I love listening to that one. The Muppets. I should probably get rid of that. I don't really listen to that at all. A Night at the Opera, Queen. This one has down here, number 11, Bohemian Rhapsody. Great album, and this was highly talked about in the Bohemian Rhapsody movie. Kind of the making of the album and all the different songs on there. Love of My Life has become one of my favorite Queen songs. Really great. I'm in Love with My Car, You're My Best Friend. Some great songs on there. Imagine Dragons, Night Visions. The Once album, really, really interesting music. Very, very good music. Then we got Pacific Rim and Paddington. I mean, Paddington's such a wonderful movie, and the score to it, really wonderful too. We got the Passengers album, great music. Movie overall, not so great. Peanuts movie, I love. That one's got like the original, like Linus and Lucy. The stating, by the Vince. How do you say that? Guaraldi? I don't know how you say that, but it's got the originals on there, so that's pretty cool. They got a bunch of Phineas and Ferb. My all-time favorite children's TV show. I absolutely love it, and even, in my teenage years, I still love the music in that movie. In that TV show and the TV show itself. Really, really great. We got Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of Black Pearl. We've got all 3 Pitch Perfect albums. We're gonna go over those. The Polar Express, another one of my favorite stories. So good. I love listening to it. Like, I listen to it almost every day. It's really great. We got Ratatouille. That's a great one. Max Richter, the Blue Notebooks. This is the one that it's on the Nature of Daylight. That's featured in the Arrival movie, but it wasn't in the Arrival album or the Arrival score that I had earlier in the collection. So I really wanted to get that and just through that album, so I have that. Now this is interesting. Rocky has a Broadway show, Broadway musical. Very interesting. Ain't Down Yet, My Nose Ain't Broken, reprise, however you say it. In the Rain, I'm Done. It's a Broadway musical, guys. I did not know that. It's very interesting, so I have that. Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. Love this score as well. Michael Giacchino. Never disappoints. Two Cellos score. This is really great. I mainly got it for Schindler's List. It sounds almost identical to the original, so. Secret Life of Walter Mitty. This is like the music from and inspired by the movie, so it's not the actual score. I'd love to get the score, but it's a lot harder to find and a lot harder to come across, so hopefully one day I'll get that. Then we got the Shrek album, I'm a Believer, All Star. It's got all that. Sicario, that's another Johan Johansson one. Haven't listened to that yet. Scene Street, great album, love it. Then we got Sing. Social Network, that's also a really interesting and unique album. Then we got the Spectre album, a bunch of Star Wars to Star Wars Episode 4. Iconic themes in there and iconic tracks in there too. Star Wars Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, and I guess episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Okay. Then we've got Stranger Things Season 1 and Season 2 soundtracks, and then we got the music from the movie. So, what's on here? You know, Africa by Toto, Runaway by Bon Jovi, you know, Should I Stay or Should I Go? Music like that. Suicide Squad album, not too happy about having that. Tangled album, Too Weird to Live, what's the rest? Too Rare to Die, another Panic at the Disco album. Tree of Life album, Alexander Desplat, one of my all-time favorite composers, probably number 2. Probably my second favorite. He is so good. Just the stuff he produces and puts out is phenomenal. We got the latest 21 Pilots album, Trench. It's okay, I don't love it, but there are a few good songs on there. We got Tron Legacy, that album. Then also 21 Pilots' Vessel. Waking Up, One Republic. Then the Walk the Line album, great music in there. Then we got Toy Story and Robin Hood. We Bought a Zoo. That's a really interesting story. I really love listening to that. The West Side Story album. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Such great music in there. Piano Guys Wonders. I saw them in concert. Oh gosh, probably 5-6 years ago. It was a long time ago, but you know, I have that for kind of the memory. A Wrinkle in Time. I love the story to this movie. That's probably the thing I like best about it, so that's why I have it. And then finally we have the Zootopia album. So, really interesting music in there. So thank you guys so much for checking out this video. I know it's very different. It's something I don't usually do. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any other videos, if you have any other like collection videos you'd like for me to do, you know, music collection that I just showed you, something like that, I'd be happy to look into that. I am planning on doing a Funko Pop collection video. I have not done one of those in quite a while, so, and I've done quite a lot. I'm just looking at all of them right now. It's a lot. So if you have any ideas, you know, Funko Pop collection, something like that, by all means leave a comment on this video. Again, thank you guys so much for checking out this video, and I'll see you guys next time.